Hi, if you have frozen shoulder, I know it's awful, there's pain, there's discomfort, it affects the quality of your everyday life, including getting comfortable sleep. So if you want to heal up more quickly, then try these exercises. They're very effective to speed up the healing process. It will take time, don't rush it. All you need is your body. You also need some kind of strap. You need a door as well. So get a strap and try the exercises. They will work if you put the time in. Also, please hit subscribe. It's free for you. It just helps me grow my little YouTube channel. The algorithm likes more subscribers. So that's all I ask of you. And commit to your body and do the work and get your full range of movement back more quickly. The first exercise is actually the most effective for most people with frozen shoulder. You actually need a door or something that you can hook a rope on the ceiling, or a strap or a belt, something that will you could try a towel, but this is called the pulley exercise, and it is so effective. The physios give it to people with frozen shoulder. So try to get, maybe you need to stand on a chair or get somebody to put it there, because you might not be able to put it there if your shoulder doesn't go that far. Or you can throw it over if you can with your good shoulder. So what you want to do, pretend my left shoulder is my frozen shoulder, but obviously you're using your good shoulder to just pull. And so the frozen shoulder is just passive, and it's just, you take it to its range until you feel you just touch the edge of the pain, and then you just can passively bring it back down. So you're basically using the good arm to pull to your own edge. So over time you might just get that much, but eventually you want to get to there, to its full range, to the range that the other shoulder has. So you can passively bring it down, but then you're pulling it up. So try to start with 10 of them, and if your shoulder feels okay, then you might do a few more. You might build up to 20 of them. So that's the first exercise. Let's just do a few more. Just touching the edge of the pain. Not copying me, because I don't actually have frozen shoulder. So you're not trying to actually do anything that I'm doing. I'm going to be demonstrating a lot more mobility than you have. So you just slowly over time. If you rush these exercises, you get setbacks. You can make the pain worse. So finishing off with this exercise for now. You can always do little bits throughout the day as well. That's really effective. So you'll need that strap for one more exercise later. The next exercise is called the pendulum, and it is also, like the pulley, very effective at speeding up the healing of your frozen shoulder. So pretend it's my left. So just lean forward and just put the opposite foot forward. Brace your core a little bit. You can have the other hand on your hip or behind you. And then just try to let it hang. And you can also put a weight, like a tin can or a little hand weight, a very light weight, and that might help you to get a bit more feeling of opening out in the joint capsule. So I'm just doing little circles, little swings, both directions. Just have a little bit of a break. Make sure your lower back is safe. You could also try putting your hand on the wall if that helps you to be more comfortable. You can use your good arm on a chair or a wall or a table just to help. So try a little bit more. We'll do 3 of these. You can do little bits of this throughout the day as well. slowly come up. Brace your core to come out of a forward bend. And we'll do one more pendulum. Should feel good. You can do it for as long as you like. Little circles, little swings. Try it with a weight, tin can or a weight. Brace your core to come up. The next exercise is a great one to just have in your day. So it's just gently push and then pull and squeeze in your shoulder blades. So basically try to put your elbows in your back pockets. So you can push, and you might just start like that, but eventually you get your arms a bit higher, and then elbows in back pockets. Squeeze in your shoulder blades. If there's pain, just do a little bit less. So do a few with both arms together. You may as well get a bit of circulation going. So let's do lift your heels up as well. Lift your heels up just to stimulate blood flow, because that's going to be good for all your joints, all your brain, all your cells. And then do a few with the frozen shoulder, really focused on that on its own. Trying to just gently correct maybe a rounded shoulder, stiffness in that direction. So try to feel these muscles. So if it's too hard, you can just do it like that. But you eventually pull a bit more. And you can use a hand weight eventually as well, or a resistance band to get a bit more muscle into it. Okay, so the next exercise, you need that strap again. Be very, very gentle with this one. So you have the frozen shoulder down. So the good arm can come up to there, and this arm, turn it in, turn it out, turn it in, turn it out, turn it in, turn it out. And then, so you just hold onto the strap, and that might be all you can do. But you're trying to just use this good arm to pull that left shoulder, the frozen shoulder, back. And you might, over time, very, very slowly, so you might start here. Have a break when you need. Just have a break when you need. But over time, slowly, and the time, it might take months, it might take literally years. So, but over time, hopefully you get a little bit more range, but don't rush this. You know, that's full range, but that's very flexible. That's a yoga teacher. So just take your time with that one. And again, a little bit here, a little bit there in your everyday life. Any one you like, all of them together are going to have a cumulative effect. So the aim is, of course, to get the range of movement. It might be here, and slowly over time getting it back to here, its full range. So this one will really help with that, as well as the pulley, of course. So it involves the wall. So you start off with your hands quite low, so about your waist height, and you try to step, and that might be enough. You step back a bit, basically trying to get from here over time to your back. So obviously I don't have a frozen shoulder, so I can go to there. So you can add in like in yoga, a little up dog, a little back bend, which is very good for your spine, and as far as you can go. So you might go to there, but eventually, slowly, trying to get back to your straight back and your upper arms next to your ears, but that's going to take time. So you can do inhale and then exhale to your edge. That might be there, more like a plank, but over time, slowly touch the pain. Inhale, exhale. So that's a great one to work on, especially rather than up dog, down dog. So if you're in a yoga class, they're doing up dog, down dog. You could do cat cow, or you could do wall variation. Okay, and then a little shoulder stretch, but first we'll do some mobility work. So you start off just like that much, but eventually you put that much into it. I'll just put my microphone back here. And so slowly over the months, building from here to here, and then slowly to here, and then over time, without any rush or force, you will get back to that full mobility like that. But that might take a bit of time, so don't rush that. Slowly, a little bit every day would be great. This one's a great one too. It's a wall stretch, wall shoulder stretch. So you might start off here, stretch, and then release. You're not holding the stretches. But over time, it's a little stretch. You're trying to turn away from the wall with your arm behind you. And then a little release. You just hold the stretch for 2-3 seconds. So go into the stretch, pause, and release. But over time, you try to bring your hand a bit higher until eventually your hand is up here and you can turn a bit further. So you're getting a bit more stretch into that joint, a bit more flexibility. But that's going to take time. And that's just another good one to add into your day as well. So we're going to come back and do some traditional yoga poses, how you can adapt them in your yoga classes. If you love going to classes, to yoga classes, there are some poses that will be you need to avoid and because they aggravate. So I'll show you how you can adapt, modify some classical poses that you'll get in every yoga class. So first in yoga, there's a lot of arms up like that and also often holding your arms like that. So no holding and no going into the pain or forcing anything. So you might start off, so if they're doing this in the class, you might just go to there, and if they're holding, you just come in and out, touch the pain, in and out. So if you're in warrior one or a lunge, they might be holding like that in a yoga class, so you just come to the edge and release. The edge might be that much. So just do the same with both shoulders. So just do the other leg, just do a little lunge or a warrior one, like that. And then you've got your triangle pose. So come into a little bit of a triangle pose. So you can just do hands on the hips for a while, but eventually you want to edge towards getting that range back. So you start off with just the arm just straight out, but slowly over time. Remember, you don't hold. So you just come to the edge and release. But you might just avoid that at all, those holds for a bit. Let's just do the other side. So if one shoulder can do everything, try not to go too hard on that because you want to have your body as balanced as possible. So just so it is wise to treat both shoulders like they're stiff. And so you just do the same on the other side. And then we've got our warrior two, which is a hold. So you don't want to do that. It's not going to help. So you might go to your edge and release. Just hold at your edge and release. You might even just avoid that for a bit. You can still work on your lower body, do the other side. So you might just do that much. And slowly over time, you do want to build back up to holding your arms there happily, comfortably, and your side angle pose. So that one, that's going to really be a bit of a problem pose. So you might just keep your hand on your hip or just have the arms straight out. But eventually over time you are maybe doing those little circles. So you could start that much, and eventually you might get it to its full range of movement over time for your side angle pose. Then you've got your downward dog. Don't even worry about downward dog until because it can be very aggravating. So rather than downward dog, just do Uttanasana. So just do that. And eventually you build up to 2 blocks. Your arms are a bit further forward. And then you build up to a chair. So pretend there's a chair. And then you build up to the wall. And then when you can do that again, you're probably ready for a bit of downward dog, a bit of weight bearing. With planks and chaturanga, yoga push-up, you would start at the wall. And when you feel comfortable there, then you build up to the floor, slowly getting back to your full planks and your full yoga push-ups, but that's going to take quite a lot of time. Sphinx shouldn't be a problem. All your shoulder stretches, you just need to do as much as you can with your rotations and all your shoulder stretches. It's going to take a while to get back to that kind of thing. but just slowly, slowly, shoulders pulling back. And then you've got your bridge pose, which you could do. See, bridge pose, you might just start with very gentle because your arms are back behind you. So you might not be rushing back to that kind of thing. But maybe that's okay for you. It's the arms above the head, which is a problem. So just slowly, slowly over time, building back to that. So since you've done all those beautiful exercises, you'll get much more benefits if you have a little rest after, because then the muscles actually relax more, the nervous system relaxes more, the inflammation lowers, the pain levels lower, and that's all good things to induce. So lying on your back if you can with straight legs, otherwise bent legs. If you can have palms up, palms up. You can have palms down if it doesn't feel comfortable. You can put a pillow under your arm if you need, but try to practice Shavasana for a few minutes just to finish up connecting into your body right now. Try to practice slow, steady, quiet breaths in and out through the nose. Make sure you're breathing into your diaphragm most of the time, so not shallow into your chest. If you have a bit of stress, slow exhalations are very helpful. Put your awareness in your shoulders. Put your awareness in your frozen, stiff shoulder. Put your breath into that shoulder so you feel like you're releasing from the inside out. Consciously relax into that side, sinking down. Face a bit softer. And then tell that shoulder that you do care. You're not going to just ignore that shoulder. You're going to put a bit of time in, a bit of care, a bit of effort. Do these exercises a little bit here and there most days. You'll find your favourites. But if you're doing the whole routine a couple of times a week, you're going to generally be doing more and speeding up that healing. Stay for as long as you like in this pose, but if you're ready, just roll to your side, and please share with friends my videos if you think they might need them, and also think about becoming a patron of the channel, or just keep doing all the videos, keep moving your body as much as you possibly can, and feel your best every day.